how you all doing? Welcome to this Enlight tutorial. So I recently did a retouch video, so it just basically shows you how to make your selfies look cool, take away all the blemishes from your face and that, and like really give your selfies sort of the model or the professional retouch look. So I thought to go along with that, I'm going to show you how to make your teeth look brighter, or whiten your teeth on the selfies themselves as well. So it's very simple, very straightforward, so I shouldn't take too much of your time. So I'm just using this free stock image here with this person's mouth on it, and all I'm simply going to do, I'm going to go to the little three bars at the top, or I can just tap my screen to show my sidebar on the side like so. I'm then going to click image. I'm then going to click adjust, and then I'm going to go to tools at the bottom. So my tools, once I'm there, I'm going to go to basic, and then once I'm in basic, I'm simply going to go to brightness, highlight the brightness so it's in blue, and then I'm just going to turn the brightness up to around 50%. I'm then going to do with the exposure, I'm just going to turn the exposure up a little bit. Now I want this to be over the top initially, and we'll tone it down later, so don't panic too much. I'm going to go to offset, and I'm just going to turn the offset up a little bit as well. Now the reason I'm doing this much overboard is so I can see clearly where I'm going to fill the white bits, and I'll talk more about that right now. So I'm then going to go to mask and go to clear. So all I've done is I've applied that effect within my tools, and now I've cleared that effect. And you'll notice once I've clicked clear, I can't wipe anything away, so it's going to automatically highlight this apply for me in the bottom left hand side. So now I'm going to apply the effect that I've just ramped up in the tool. So when I was talking about the brightness and the exposure and the offset, and I've turned them up, I'm now going to apply this to this image. So I've cleared it from the image, now going to apply it to the image. So to do this, I'm going to zoom in really close, and like I said, it will be over the top, but don't worry too much about it because we'll sort it out eventually. And then I'm just going to, with my finger, I'm just going to wipe around the edge of the tooth and just colour each of the teeth in with this white effect. Just zoom out, zoom back in, and just do it carefully all around the teeth like so. This other one. And don't worry about this if it's not too perfect when you first colour it in. It's not going to be. But we can overcome that shortly, and I'll show you. We'll talk more about that as we go through. I'm just filling the bottoms in. And if there's something like I do this, let's say for instance I make a mistake, I can click the back button so it will undo my last effects. But if I just want to wipe, see where it's on the lip right here, if I just want to wipe it off, I select the wipe in the corner, and I just wipe that effect off, remembering to select apply again, and then and that was very rough. I'm doing this, I'm not doing it with any great care. So, and the less you zoom in, the harder it's going to be to try and stick to the lines, or to try and highlight or whiten the areas that you're intending to whiten. But, so if you don't zoom in as much as I'm zoomed in here, don't expect the effect to be exactly where you want it, because it simply won't be. So with anything that you're going to apply sort of colouring round within light like so, you have to be patient, and it does take a while. I've seen some people comment on some videos where I've sort of applied this effect, and not this effect but an effect similar to this, and they've said, oh, it's not as easy as he makes it look. It is as easy as I make it look. You just have to give it time. And if you do it rough, if you don't pay attention to detail, then you're not going to get the effect that you want to get. But if you take your time and zoom in where you need to zoom in, then you will get the effect that you want to get. So okay, so you see that I've really brightened these teeth now. If I zoom out a little bit. So now what I'm going to do, because this is a little bit over the top, I'm sure you'll agree, I'm going to go back to tools at the bottom. I'm going to go back to basic, and now I'm going to reorganize or rearrange these the way we've got the offset, the exposure, and the brightness in order for this to look a little bit real. So we can just turn the offset down a little bit. So we're sort of in the minuses now, but you still see it's quite bright. And if I click the little boxes, 2 boxes on the right hand side, so it shows me how the effect was when I started, or how the image was when I started, you will see the difference. And I'm sure you'll agree that it is quite a good effect. But I'm just going to turn the exposure down as well a little bit. So if we turn the exposure right down, we've got these black teeth. If anybody's, sort of a Halloween effect there. I'm just going to turn the exposure down a little bit. Now brightness, again, I could go down with the brightness and have this horrible effect like so. But I'm just going to turn the brightness up a little bit just to give it. So I've turned my exposure down. I've got minus on my offset. And then I'm turning the brightness up to give it not this effect, but this realistic effect like so. And if we can see what we was before and after, you can see that we have gone maybe 2 or 3 shades whiter, but we could come up a little bit more, I suppose. And then you will see that we've gone another sort of shade whiter. Let's just come up with the offset a little bit, and then you can see we've gone massively whiter from there, lots of shades whiter. So I'm just going to click the little tick button on the top right hand side. I'm going to save this effect out. So I'm going to save that photo, and if I go back now to how we was, and you can see what we were like, and I'll put these on the screen and sort of display them side by side so you can see for yourselves the effect that we have indeed got. So I hope this tutorial helps you out in your retouch or your smile images, and thanks a lot for watching.